In the previous series, when she was bowling so well, that ball would go right down over the center arrow, and if it crossed that center arrow, she knew she was in the zone. A little too deadly on this first one.
Well, we saw in the other semifinal, Michelle Johnstone and Joanne Nadeau at times struggle a little bit, and you said something off camera. The money goes up, the pressure goes up.
It certainly does, and as we get higher in the pinfall, of course, we got to remember that our defending champion gets a free ticket back here to defend.
Oh, yeah.
So whoever wins this match is all of a sudden coming back again, and you don't have to go through that whole qualifying process. You're here.
Yep.
A dozen, the count. And a big break for Penny. Now look for her to stay low at the line, keep those shoulders parallel to the foul line, reach up, good follow through on that one, and there's the good result.
For the frame and her first $200.
Nice and square at the finish. Ball stays over on the left side. Real good action on it. You could see it spinning as it rolled through that left corner.
And from that angle, you could see where the hand wound up as well, just over her head.
Another good one coming up here.
So she's found the head pin now, back-to-back strikes, and it'll be Helene Godmaire from Gatineau. Yes. Carry it over. Play for 400 in the fifth.
Good matchup on this one. There's the ball just over the center arrow. Stays out on the right-hand side. A fraction thin, but good stuff on it. Carries them all. She's happy with this one. Might have come up out of that shot just a fraction at the end. Wants to stay down low with it. Pulled this one across.
At times with Helene, I don't know if it's typical of all bowlers, when she releases it, it looks like she just gives it a little bit of a crank with her fingers as to get it started.
That's where that good stuff on the ball comes from, that last little flip.
It's spare for Helene, almost as if she can direct it into the pocket.
And that's where it gets the little action as it goes down the lane and starts to track a little bit right to left for her. A little bit of snap.
There you go. You can actually see it.
The movement, exactly. Now Penny's goes just a little bit the other way, moving left to right. This one, nothing on it, and has missed the middle. An opportunity to pick up the two frames with the strike, but can carry them once more with the spare.
From Medicine Hat. And she misses the opportunity. That two pin stays up. And so the two frames and $400 to Helene Godmaire. Now leads by $600 and three frames.
And you can just see the look on Penny's face. She knew it was a good ball. It was almost too good.
Now the letdown. She'll leave it standing for a 13 count after back-to-back strikes.
Two strikes for Helene, three for Penny. But Helene with the lead, and Penny this time drills it right through the middle, gets the split on the first shot.
Penny Noble, who was the runner-up in our pins game 2 years ago during the 99-2000 season. And we welcome Penny's mom, Liz Noble, from Medicine Hat, Alberta.
Punches out the three pin. Best she's going to hope for now, probably 13 points. And that's not the standard you want to set when you're faced with an opponent like Helene Godmaire. Well, the good thing is she'll be able to sit down, gather her thoughts now, see what she's going to have to do to fight her way back into this match. Here's the ball now, Vic. See if this goes out over the center arrow. Should track a little to the left. A little less than that. We have to cover the spare.
Helene's husband, Normand Dumas. We welcome him from Gatineau, Quebec. Nice when the families are here to cheer on their wives or husbands or sons or daughters. As she picks up the spare, and she'll pick up another frame, and that takes her to $1,000 in the sixth, and so she's on the verge of qualifying for the final.
Oh, this one didn't move. She was indicating with her hand that she thought it was going to stay out to the right, but tracks right up into the head pin. And Penny has an opportunity now, if she's made the most of that time sitting down here. She gets to come up and face the result of this frame, which is in all likelihood going to be about 12, and try to get a foot back in the door and start wedging her way back into the contest.
Gets the right side. Will count 12 in the frame. It stops a nice run.
Well, she struggled for a second with those misses in 5 and 6. Then she popped the head pin in 7, so she's not performing as she did in the previous points, and
neither bowler is, though.
Exactly. Just ends up kind of coming to the thing again of your opponent's throwing strikes, you respond with strikes. Your opponent punches a head pin, you seem to come back, okay, I'm a corner pin spare. Then you go up and punch, and then kind of turnabout being fair play almost.
Gets the left side. And she has the frame, Penny Noble, with that 13 count to this point, so she'll get the $200.
Pinfall still close. 15 points by Penny there brings her to 142 as compared with Helene's 144 through 7 frames.
So that's something to keep in mind now for Penny Noble, because there is $600 remaining. She trails. She needs all the money, and then she needs the pin count in her favor.
So if she can start a run of strikes here. Oh, off balance on that one.
Trying too hard, maybe.
Just pressed it a little.
Penny, who was the runner-up, as we said, 2 years ago, losing to Jennifer Marshall, who was a back-to-back winner out of Calgary.
Just a sideways move on the delivery now. Much tougher spare by only punching out that 3-pin with the first ball. Looking good, though. Oh, just a little full and didn't carry the right side, so it's going to be an open frame, and here is Helene's chance to move on to the final. $15, the final count.
That's 4 straight opens now for Penny Noble.
And neither bowler has rolled a strike since back in the 4th frame when they both matched up.
Any mark will do for Helene Godmaire. If she can roll it here, she's in. And that's it. Leaving no doubt, Helene Godmaire will pick up the frame, the $200, and she is through to the final and will play Michelle Johnstone.
And this is what we're accustomed to. Rolls the ball right down the middle, has it tracked just a little over to the left and into the left pocket. Gets the great result. A little thin on this shot for the right corner. but relief in knowing that she will be moving on to match up with Michelle in just a few more minutes. So her best showing so far on the pins game in 4 attempts. Breezes by the right corner.
Gentleman on the left is Joe Erskine. He is the manager of the Bolorama Rexdale, and on his right, the president of the Bowling Proprietors Association of Canada. That's Claude Rayon. And we thank Joe for all his and his staff's hospitality during our stay here at the Bolorama Rexdale.
And Penny's going to be disappointed with this. The score's much lower than both women anticipated. Gets a good carry for the strike, grabs the $200. And there's a very good chance that she could end up winning this game in pinfall.
Yeah.
She can strike out and shut Helene out of the pinfall race, but that is no longer a factor. One more head pin for her. It's her third one in this half of the game, which is the costly part for her. And one back in 6, and then a split in 7 as well. And now the head pin in 10.
And Helene knows that she is through, playing for the last frame and $200. You know, I mentioned the fact that Penny Noble had lost to Jennifer Marshall in the final. Jennifer Marshall winning back-to-back championships, but Jennifer failed to qualify this year.
Exactly. Penny, I think Jennifer finished 3rd or so, 2nd or 3rd at the provincial finals that Penny prevailed at in the southern Alberta region to get to the show. Her final score, 193 and a 13 count in that last frame.
That's how tough it can be to get back. There you go.
Big key now, get warmed up for that next match.
She'll pick up the final frame, the final $200, Helene Godmaire. She'll finish with $1,400. Very nice.
That's the way to close it out.
Yeah. Penny Noble will leave with $1,400. While Helene Godmaire will take $2,275 into the final against Michelle Johnstone. So Helene Godmaire from Gatineau, Quebec is through to the final. She bowls a 222, wins $1,400. And so now it comes down to the defending champion Johnstone and the lady with the great smile.